What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys some more about Generation 9 with Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, as today we might have just gotten the Pokedex leak in terms of the amount of returning Pokemon and which Pokemon could be coming back into these games and which Pokemon didn't make the cut. And so there's some pretty interesting details in here, and honestly, I'm not exactly sure how I feel completely about this Pokedex yet, so I do want to kind of talk about it, give you guys my thoughts, because I have been seeing some mixed opinions about it online. Now real quick before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am partnered with Best Buy now, and so there will be links below in the description and the pinned comment to Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, and even the double pack. If you click those links and then pre-order from there, you can really support me and help out the channel a lot, so I would really appreciate it. And Best Buy is awesome because they'll actually give you free shipping and send the game right to your house day one, so if you want to play the games the day that they're available and have them delivered right to your doorstep, then definitely consider pre-ordering from the links below in the description or the pinned comment. I would really appreciate it. And these games are looking pretty cool, so I know a lot of you guys definitely want them. Alright, so here we are on Twitter where all the leaks are happening, and we can see right here it says Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leaks. The Paldea Pokedex is going to have 103 brand new Pokemon, 297 returning Pokemon, and there's going to be 400 Pokemon total. Now the first thing is, of course, there's going to be over 100 plus brand new Pokemon, so that sounds really good, but I'm guessing this is also including all of the other like Paradox versions of Pokemon and all of that too, because remember we did talk about that earlier with the leaks and stuff as to how these Pokemon are now going to be counting as their own Pokedex number, and they're going to be counting as their own Pokemon with their own names, even though they're like different versions of like Volcarona and Donphin and those other types of Pokemon that were leaked. So keep in mind that is going to be kind of also another thing. So it's going to be a lot of those like Paradox forms, which are going to be like a good amount of these 103 Pokemon also. So it's not like it's going to be just completely over 100 like all new designs that have never been seen before, but I just wanted you guys to make sure that you knew that as well. Then we've got about 297 returning Pokemon, and there's going to be 400 Pokemon total, which if you guys remember is the exact same number of Pokemon that was inside of Pokemon Sword and Shield day one as well. So to me, it seems like this is kind of going to be their new way of doing Pokedexes for new generations. I feel like pretty much whenever a new gen comes out, even with like Gen 10, I guess in like, I don't know, 2025 or whenever that comes out, it's probably going to have 400 Pokemon in the Pokedex day one. It seems like that's kind of the number that they like to have. But then after that, it says here, outside of the Pokedex, there's going to be 40 plus home transfer only Pokemon that you're only going to be able to bring from Pokemon Home. And then it says here that the Charizard line can be transferred, but then it gets weird here and it says, but only the Charizard line, other Kanto starters didn't make it. And I don't know, at this point, man, I don't even know how I feel about this, because you guys might know, like, I'm a Charizard fan. It's on my YouTube banner, there's a Charizard there. Like, I actually like Charizard, but at this point, I don't even know how to feel about this stuff as a Charizard fan, because it's just so weird why this Pokemon gets so much favoritism and like the other Kanto starters just don't get any of that. Like, it's so weird because at least with like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Leon's signature Pokemon was a Charizard. They haven't even shown Charizard in any of the trailers or anything for Scarlet and Violet, but it's gonna make it into the games, but other starters from Kanto can't. Like, I don't know, I mean, it's just so weird. Like, I like Bulbasaur and Squirtle too, so I don't know, man. I don't know what is up with having Charizard only and why that's a thing. Like, maybe it's going to have its own like Terrestrial form or move or something, but I don't know. That's really weird. It says here, other Kanto transfer only mons include the legendary birds. Now, I don't know if that means just Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, or also the Galarian versions from the DLC that happened in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then it says here that you can bring either Mew or Mewtwo, or maybe even both of them. So I guess you're going to be able to bring those Pokemon into Gen 9 as well. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of all the information that we have in terms of the number of Pokemon and all of that. So yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be 400 Pokemon day one, just like it was in Pokemon Sword and Shield. But of course, as you guys know, Sword and Shield didn't just have 400 Pokemon, as just the next year after we had that expansion pass, which added new Pokemon and updates and things like that. So from all of that happening, I think at the end of all the DLC for Sword and Shield, there was like about 650 Pokemon that were inside of the Pokedex for Sword and Shield. So I'm guessing it will be kind of like that, where next year there's probably going to be a Scarlet and Violet expansion pass, and that's going to add like another 200-ish Pokemon that are going to be returning, and then after that you'll have like a good about 600 Pokemon that will be inside of the games. But now we're going to be talking about the returning Pokemon, because now we have a list here and we're going to be going through. So it says here, here's the list of all the returning Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. May have some small changes in the final version, but this is pretty much it. For Typhlosion, Decidueye, and Samurott lines, you can only transfer the Hisuian variants. Credits are in the picture. And it says here, also sadly, it seems like you won't be able to get Weirdeer, Cleaver, and Ursaluna in Paldea. You must transfer them from Legends. So I guess that kind of makes sense because of how they are Pokemon from like the past inside of the Hisui region. So I guess if you have Pokemon home, you'll be able to transfer these Pokemon and bring them in, but you're not going to be able to just find them like natively inside of the game, which I guess makes a lot of sense. And then it says here, the last row is going to be home transfer Pokemon only. They're not in the Pokedex. And yeah, we're going to take a look at this image right here. I'm actually going to blow it up so that we can actually see and take a look at it, because yeah, this is pretty much the entire Pokedex. Now they said here that these are all going to be different lines. They're all including the line. So it's basically like when it says here, if we're going to go through kind of all of them, if we take a look right here for the Raichu, this doesn't mean it's just going to be Raichu. It means this at the top here is Pichu, this one is Pikachu, and then this one is Raichu. Same thing with like here, this doesn't mean it's just Nidoking. It means this is going to be Nidoran, Nidorino, and Nidoking. They just didn't want to draw out every single Pokemon, which is understandable. So yeah, we're just going to quickly look through this and see kind of all of the returning Pokemon. So we've got Raichu here. We've got Nidoking, we've got Nidoqueen, we've got Wigglytuff, we got Venomoth, we got Dugtrio, we got Persian, Galarian Meowth, Golduck, Primeape, Arcanine, Tentacruel, Slowbro, Slowking, Magnezone, Muck, Cloyster, Gengar, Hypno, Electrode, Blissey, Scizor, Tauros, Gyarados, Ditto, and then pretty much every single EV evolution with Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon, and Dragonite. So that's pretty much all the Pokemon that we have from the first row. And then moving here into the Johto Dex, we have Ampharos, we've got Azumarill, we've got Sudowoodo, we've got Jumpluff, Sunflora, Quagsire, Honchkrow, Mismagius, Farigiraf, the new Pokemon, forgot his name almost. We got Fortress, Dunsparce, which is apparently going to be getting an evolution in this game. We got Quillfish, Weavile, Ursaring, Delibird, Houndoom, Donphan, Stantler, and Tyranitar. And then moving here into Hoenn, we've got Pelipper, we've got Gardevoir, Gallade. I forget this Pokemon's name. It's the evolution of Surskit, Masquerain, something like that. That Pokemon, Breloom, Slaking, Hariyama, Sableye, Mawile, Medicham. I forget this Pokemon's name too. Gulpin, I think, or no, it's Swala. That's the evolution, yeah. So we got that one here. We got Camprupt, Torkoal, Grumpig, Cacturne, Altaria, Zangoose, Seviper, Wishcast, Tropius, Glalie, Frostlass, Lovedisk, and Salamence. Then moving here into the next generation with Gen 4, we've got Staraptor, we've got Luxray, we've got Vespiquen, we've got Pachirisu, Floatzel, Gastrodon, Driftblim, Bronzong, Spiritomb, Garchomp, Lucario, Hippowdon, Lumineon, Abomasnow, and Rotom. And then moving here into Gen 5, we've got Lilligant, got Basculin, Crocodile, Crustle, Zoroark, Sawsbuck, Amoonguss, Alola-Mamola, Electros, Haxorus, Beartic, Cryogonal, Bisharp, Braviary, Hydreigon, and Volcarona. And then down here, moving into Gen 6, we've got Talonflame, Vivillon, Pyroar, Gorgeous, Gogoat. What is this one's name? I forget. It's the evolution of Pancham. I forget the evolutions. Pangoro or something, I think. That one. We've got Clawitzer. We've got Halucha, we've got Dedenne, we've got Carbink, Gudra, Avalugg, and Noivern. And moving into Gen 7, we've got Gumshoos, Crabominable, we've got Oricorio, we've got Lycanroc, Toxapex, Mudsdale, Lurantis, Serena, Golisopod, Palossand, Pyukumuku, Kamola, Mimikyu. And then we got Bruxish, and then this anchor Pokemon, which I can never remember the name of this one. I forget it, but we got that one here. And then moving into Generation 8, finally, we've got Greedent here. We've got Corviknight, Dreadnought, Roly-Coly's line. Both of these grass and dragon Pokemon. This ground snake Pokemon. We've had this water-type Pokemon. This poison and electric-type Pokemon. Sinist's evolution. We've got this fairy and psychic Pokemon. We have this Pokemon here as well. I forget the name of this one. Impidimps line. We've got Phalanx in here. We've got Frostmoth and this electric Pokemon, Stonejourner, Indeedee, and then this penguin Pokemon. We got this Pokemon here, Copperajah, and we've also got Dragapult. And then finally, they mentioned here this last row is going to be Pokemon that are only going to be transferable from Pokemon Home. So you're not going to be able to find these inside of Gen 9, but you're going to be able to transfer them. So we've got Charizard, Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, Mew, Typhlosion, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Victini, Samurott, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, Meloetta. We've got Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja, Diancie, Decidueye, Magearna, Weirdeer, Cleaver, Ursaluna, Basculegion, Sneasler. I forget the name of this one. The Quillfish evolution. I think it's called Overquill. That one. And then we also have that other like new Tornadus, Landorus thing. I forget the name of this one, but yeah, that's pretty much all of the returning Pokemon lines that we have so far. Once again, remember, this is not like 100% confirmed, but this is pretty much kind of the biggest like kind of indication for what Pokemon to expect. Like maybe a couple of these could be a little bit off, and maybe there's going to be some that are like not here, but they're actually going to be in the game. But this is pretty much, I mean, going off of like what we've seen in trailers and stuff, this is pretty much like the big idea for what we're going to be seeing in terms of this Pokedex. And so yeah, that is pretty much every single returning Pokemon line inside of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in Generation 9. If you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. How do you guys feel about there being only 400 Pokemon day 1 and only certain Pokemon like Charizard and not Bulbasaur and Squirtle coming and all of that? Did your favorite Pokemon make it into the game? Definitely let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Pokemon content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros. And Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.